Joining me in the studio from Wall Street United Church and an organization that is called United Welcome. I'm talking with Barb Luman as well as Anna from Ukraine. Correct, Anna?
Yes.
Would you please pronounce your last name for me?
Ana Zharikova.
Very pretty indeed.
That's my
That's nice.
name and the last
Ladies,
name.
welcome to the program. And Barb, I'm going to start with you. Please tell our viewers, what is United Welcome?
Well, United Welcome is a group of volunteers. We formed in 2016 after the Syrian crisis to bring over some refugee families. But then after bringing over 4 families, we didn't disband, but became kind of dormant, I'd say. And then when the war happened in the Ukraine, word went out, is it time for us to get together again? Mm-hmm. So this group did, plus new members. And so we have 20 plus members on our committee. And our hope was that there was a need for Ukrainians to find a safe spot and that we could help to provide a soft landing, was the way our chair put it, and I think that's so accurate, a soft landing for Ukrainians when they arrive here from wherever they might be, if they even had fled Ukraine at the time.
Wonderful. Soft landing, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So is it only Wall Street United Church, or are there other churches that have joined you?
We're really not exactly church-based. We meet at the Wall Street United Church. I represent Athens United Church as well. There are people from St. John's, but we have individuals who have no church connection. They just have big hearts. They have a real compulsion almost to help with this, and the same with the people who volunteered to be hosts. It's amazing, and it's a very wonderful group to be part of. Very rewarding.
That's nice. That's nice to hear. It's great when people can come together like that and do great things. Yeah. So when the group came back together with new members and decided that they wanted to help Ukrainian people, where did you reach out to?
That was probably one of the harder things in the beginning, was deciding. And I went, a few of us tried different things, went on Facebook. Yes. A lot of connection was being made through social connection. Right. But I also got an email and a phone call from Jeanette Johnson from Brockville, and she is in a different refugee group that is still functioning just for refugees. But our Ukrainians are not considered refugees. Right. And so they wished, she and that group really wanted to help, and so helped to prepare it's a document that people could, when they called in, because people didn't know how to make contact, right? They just didn't quite know. And so this allowed us to collect information. So if people wish to help with being a host, which is a huge undertaking and just amazing, people came forth, many more than we actually were able to use. Maybe donate things, donate money, offered to do transportation. Yes. And it was a great way to keep track of that. And that link to that document is on the Wall Street website. Okay. And so it's being worked on right at this point, so it might not be available to until next week, but if anyone's interested and think that there's something, because people had a great need to show that they wanted to help and not sure how. So it's been so amazing to everyone to think, even if, I share some of these things, I'm moving and I have a bed to offer, all of that. It takes all of us. It takes all of us to provide as best we can. So I think, and we hope that we have provided a soft landing. We're friends there. That's how we look at ourselves. We're there to help guide them through getting things like
the transition over here to Canada. So Anna, when did you arrive in Brockville?
I'm in Brockville from the June
In
last
June?
year. Last year, yes.
And what was it like to just come to a country that you've never been to Canada before,
No,
and you're coming to a new country,
yes.
and your English is very good, by the way. Where did you learn your English?
I learned the English for almost all my life, from
Good for
the
you.
age 6, I guess.
Yes.
But I've never speak before I came to Canada, so it was my first experience in speaking just in Canada. So it's only for another year.
Well, I think you're doing very, very well.
Thank you. It's because of lots of people help me with that. Yeah, especially I just want to help. I just want to thank my host, Gwen Laforti.
Yes.
She's great. She learned me so. She taught me. She
Yes.
taught me so many different things. Yeah, because I lived with her for 4 months, I guess, and we had lots of conversation. It really helps. So yeah,
Now,
I appreciate it.
Do you still have family back in Ukraine?
I have some relatives in Ukraine. My parents are in Germany
Yes.
now, so
Yes.
everybody's safe.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We're glad to hear that. So did you have a choice? Could you come to Canada or go somewhere else, and then you were the one that chose Canada?
Yes. Yes.
What did you hear about Canada that were cold?
Oh, yeah. It was just the one reason why I was doubt about that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I like Canada in general, but not because of winter.
The weather. The weather, yes. But if we have 4 seasons, then we really appreciate summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good.
So while you've been here in Brockville, you've been working too, have you not? You were working?
In Brockville,
Well, you were working. Yes, for a while?
right?
Yes,
In Canada
yes,
already.
yes.
You mean yes?
Yes.
I've already changed 3 jobs.
Have you?
Yes.
Good for you. So are you looking for a job now, or do you have a job?
My contract ends
Your contract just...
my contract just finished. I finished my contract
Okay,
with
okay,
the
yes.
local organization
Okay.
last Friday. So the second day I'm unemployed
Yeah.
again.
So you are looking for... Is there anything in particular that you would like to do? What kind of a job would you like to have?
You know, it's everything new here for me. So I want to try everything.
You want to try everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Doesn't matter, just as long as it's something to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good for you. So Barb, your organization, you had a lot of local people that wanted to come on board, wanted to help out. Who actually spearheaded, and where did you go to ensure that, like, Anna came? You didn't know Anna, obviously, so you didn't contact her. Who did you contact in Ukraine for Anna to come?
We did not have an in Ukraine contact.
Okay.
We did have a lady called Natalia, who was Ukrainian, had lived there, but had moved previous to the war, who lives in Ottawa, and she worked full time. And I said to her, how do you have time? Because she had contacts there.
Yes.
And she would say, I have, and describe, I have Anna, she is a young woman, she's on her own, and, and give us an idea about what she was like. And then she would set up a Zoom meeting for us to talk.
Yes.
And if we would try to decide, based on what we knew, where we might have the best host for Anna. And we would often have 1, 2, or 3 meetings that way, so they would know, and then we'd have to wait until they could get their visa, get the plane tickets.
How long does that take about?
It can take months, really.
Okay.
For some, they were fortunate; it moved a bit more quickly for them.
Yes.
And there is a big backlog, just depending if they left Ukraine. I believe this is right, Anna, you can correct me if not, but they would be outside Ukraine. You'd have to go to an embassy there and work on the visa.
Yes.
And sometimes there were Canada did send 3 planes, and that flight was free for people. So they were very interested in obviously getting that. So, but the woman, Natalia in Ottawa, was a godsend because she had good English. She obviously knew Ukrainian language, and she was our contact. And just social media, you heard about things, and also another local minister, Marianne Emig-Carr, who is the minister at the Presbyterian Church. She seemed to know about people, and she'd say, I have another person for you to consider. And so at first it was hard to find people, and then it was like, okay, we have to slow down a little bit, only because we wanted to be able to support them well once they arrived.
Of course, yes, yes. So Anna, did you live in a city? Did you live in the country? Where did you live when you lived in Ukraine?
I lived in Mariupol. Everybody know Mariupol now?
Yes, I do.
It was a huge city. I think so, it was big city. It's 700,000 for some time.
Yes. So it must be different coming to a smaller city?
Yeah, but I try to get used to. Yeah, it's not...
Does it have everything that you need?
Well, I think so. There's not so much fun here.
Yes.
It's just somebody can need. So not enough fun for somebody, but we have everything for nice living here.
Good. Glad to hear that. And so going forward, will you be bringing some more Ukrainian individuals over to Canada?
Well, we're in the process of talking about that.
Okay.
We find that it does take a lot of time and et cetera, and just we want to do it right. We don't want them to come and then say, but we're really kind of tired out from not doing this. You never would get tired of doing it, but to have the people who have, because there's follow through, and no matter who, there may be some long after they initially arrive that they still will need some support for whatever reason. So so we're considering that, but that's sort of a group decision. We just recently had a request to take on a young man, so we wait until the next meeting and discuss this and get back to them. So
if someone would like to become a member of the organization United Welcome, what do they do?
Well, that we just discovered is harder than we thought. We thought people knew about us, but but we're not as visible. So we're trying to get more of an online presence. But I'd say at this point, to contact Wall Street United Church, go to their website. We will put in contact information up there on their website. They have a tab for United Welcome. That's important. Or even their office administrator, Kathy, is wonderful to help. And she would just give them a telephone number. So anyone on our committee, we're always happy to have people come and just sit in on a meeting and kind of hear what we're talking about. They can ask questions or
when do you have your meetings?
They're not at a regular time.
Okay.
They're usually 2 to 3 weeks apart and can be more often if need be. So I can't say there's a scheduled time, but they're in the afternoons at 1 o'clock at Wall Street. And I'm sorry, I should have had that in my head when our next meeting is to let people know.
That's all right. I'm sure that Kathy will know. The telephone number for Wall Street United Church is 613-342-5401. The extension for Kathy Kelso is 2. And I'm sure that she will be able to direct you when you make your phone call down and want to connect with this particular group. Anna, all the best to you. I hope we'll see you around Brockville, be able to say hello to you. And Barb, thank you and your committee for what you're doing. Our heart goes out to you because it's awesome. It's just awesome.
Thank you. On behalf of so many wonderful people, I say thank you and thank you for this chance to talk about our endeavors. I don't like to say work because it's not work. It's an amazing thing, and we all feel very proud but privileged to be part of it.
Yes. Well, thank you both for coming in today and sitting down with me. Really appreciate it.